Doja Cat said, "My man is a predator, but I'ma stick beside him."
It seems like Doja Cat could care less how much you stream her music or pay for her merch or even sell out arenas to see her live.
I work my ass off, y'all buy tickets.
My fans don't name themselves shit. You need to get off the phone and get a job.
Lost 180,000 Instagram followers, and her top 3 fan pages have deactivated their account.
I am not your fucking friend. No, y'all suck.
Doja Cat is losing big time on social media. Her fans have been calling her out for her new boyfriend. He's a social media star with a shady past. Doja's boyfriend, J Cyrus, has been accused of taking advantage of women, and he's even admitted to it. On top of it all, Doja Cat is dividing her fan base and telling them that she no longer needs their support. So let's get into it. Lately, Doja Cat has been pissing a ton of people off, and I have a few theories on why. And it's not just because she probably sold her soul to Dr. Luke, but most likely the people who she's surrounding herself with, which include her controversial boyfriend. I've never heard of Jeffrey J Cyrus before, but this is Doja's latest love interest. And to be honest, not a lot of people are talking about him. It turns out that Jay is actually an influencer on Twitch, and he's been doing this for a long time. And during his career on the internet, he has had some scandals which include a problematic history of manipulating, abusing, and taking advantage of women. And I must say that I think Doja is probably in a vulnerable place, so someone like him could be dangerous for her. Now, this relationship's pretty new, but they've been public. I mean, they were recently spotted together in Cabo, Mexico in early June, and that seems to be when they started hanging out with each other more often in public, getting photographed.
Yeah, oh. I'm on live. Okay, gotta go, bye.
A lot of J Cyrus's fans were confused by this relationship, even though Doja Cat used to, I think, like stream herself, or I don't know if it was Twitch, but I know she was involved in that community before she really popped off. So I'm not surprised that she found herself a Twitch streamer, but I think a lot of his followers were surprised to see this guy with Doja Cat, because even though he's popular on the internet, he doesn't have like as many followers as Doja Cat does. He's got like 60k YouTube subscribers, 167,000 Instagram followers, and 700,000 followers on TikTok. He also was on Vine back in the day, and it looks like that's where he started his career. I feel like David Dobrik started on Vine. Maybe I'm incorrect, but like there are some really big people nowadays who did start on the Vine app. I was never a fan of it. Maybe his content will change that for me.
You signed out of Yahoo. Remember when we met in the chat room? Chilling in the streets with my homies on the corner. Got them.
Yo, I'm kind of nervous about rapping right now.
Anything that I have to, grab you by the hand, make you laugh, wanna get you out of bad mood. Girl, you so damn fine. And you wanna do? Going for a minute, but I came right back. How to take shots at a name like that when I came in a game with a brain like that? Do the math. I was. If you got a piece, girl, I work with that. What? Why'd you cut it? Did I say that? I don't think I said that. Let's go again, though. Hey, who the fuck is that? Killing that 6 seconds on Vine. I say 6 seconds is enough when I be steady blowing your mind. They say...
Well, it seems like a lot of them are like rapping, so maybe he will rap with Doja. Maybe they rap together. But even though those videos are from like 2017, it's giving like 2005, right? Doesn't it seem like those are way older? Anyways, not necessarily my genre of entertainment, but Doja must be into it. Yet she's trying to ignore all of the red flags. Fans were quick to alert Doja to her boyfriend's past controversies, including sharing now deleted tweets where the comedian seemingly references alleged SA. Essentially a crime violating women. So this man has openly admitted to essentially like violating, manipulating a woman, making her feel less than, put this entire like post out on public for his fans to read about him admitting that he had screwed up in a situation. And it seems like he is a predator from the way that he talks about being selfish in this relationship and how he just took what he wanted without considering what they would have wanted, even mentioning consent by name. Here's the entire post that he made back in the day. Essentially, he's describing this relationship where he had built a friendship with someone that he shouldn't have, and then it got to a physical level, and ultimately this person felt abandoned and undesired, which is something that he says that he felt in his childhood growing up. So he's very apologetic here, but it's not clear who he's apologizing to and exactly how far he took it.
Her protective fans got to work and dug up dirt on him like old questionable tweets and even abuse allegations. Jeffree did put out a very lengthy apology a while back, asking for forgiveness from the women that he made uncomfortable in the past. Doja's fans still aren't vibing with him though, and claim that he hasn't actually taken any responsibility for his actions. There's one more thing that her fans hate about him: his looks. Doja's stans don't like that she had both Jack Harlow and Central C thirsting over her, yet picked a mediocre comedian as her next man. Fans lit him up on Twitter, making fun of his bald head and looks. Doja always pushes the envelope when it comes to beauty standards, so no one was expecting her to pick someone average. It also didn't help that he was standing next to Doja, who has her beach body on absolute lock this summer. Things still seem serious between her and J Cyrus despite all the backlash.
Okay, why was that clip low-key body shaming him? We love a bald head and dad bod. That AI robot talking all that crap anyways, but the other parts are very serious, and I hope Doja is aware. As many as 20 women came forward with allegations against J Cyrus, although there doesn't appear to be any ongoing legal or criminal cases against him. J Cyrus also used his position as a mod on Twitch to manipulate the accusations and prevent information from spreading between different victims. So essentially, his apology was a general apology to multiple women, so it sounded like there were a bunch of different girls who he had to apologize to. And I don't think, thinking about the timing, so this is after Me Too, so he started to I guess get exposed by some of these girls. He would essentially shut them up on Twitch, and then he realized he had to get ahead of it, so he did this long general apology. And I don't really know if his fans were cool with it or not. We don't have that detail. But Doja Cat has lashed out at fans for criticizing J Cyrus, telling them in a tweet, "My life, my rules, my style, my attitude." So she wants everyone to know. Oh, actually, I guess it was on a thread, not a tweet. Do people actually use threads on Instagram? Comment below. Should I make a threads? I thought that flopped. This tweet reads, "J Cyrus is a master manipulator, abuser, and liar. He has never apologized or taken responsibility for his actions." Which, he did issue that general apology, but any specific apologies are probably not out there. Or maybe he personally reached out to these women, but I feel like the type of people who commit these type of acts, they really don't want to keep beating themselves up over it. He probably wanted to issue that statement, probably wrote it with a team, and then moved on. In this tweet, they break down his apology a little further, writing, "It's in his own apology. He manipulated and took advantage of women in his stream community while he held a position of power over them, on top of the years of abuse and manipulation he did to those who were volunteering their time and effort to his stream." Streaming is so complicated. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not a streamer. Someone wrote, how did he take advantage of people, I guess, through Twitch? In my own personal experience as one of his moderators for 3 years, he would fake medical issues and use self-harm as a means to control us. Very emotional. He would emotionally manipulate us. After all 10 of us figured out what he was doing, we withdrew and said it was an us problem. And it seems like a lot of people are actually trying to cancel J Cyrus, so him getting with Doja Cat really just put him under a magnifying glass, because now people are trying to ask other celebrities to unfollow him and show their support and, speaking out against him and I guess Doja's relationship. Another person wrote, "While being an active partnered streamer on Twitch, he manipulated and lied to his mods and other viewers. When confronted and called out, he quit streaming and blocked his victims. He used his power and influence to mistreat women who watched his stream. The last count of women who came forward was close to 20. He destroyed a community of hundreds of people who trusted and admired him. J Cyrus has proven that he should not be given a platform."
Doja Cat said, "My man is a predator, but I'm a stick beside him," or at least allegedly. J Cyrus, who is Doja Cat's boyfriend, was a Twitch streamer, and apparently while he was doing his Twitch thing, he had mods, and these mods are claiming that this man was texting and grooming these women or men or what have you, which led to him being labeled an abuser. Now, of course, these fans wanted what's best for Doja Cat and decided to all message and tell their stories of what this man was doing, only to find out that they were then blocked. Now, ain't that something crazy? It seems like she is aware, very much aware of what this man is accused of. And this is a little bit crazy to understand, because apparently if you got everybody telling you that your person is an abuser or a creep or what have you allegedly, and you decide to stick beside him, I don't really know how to feel about that.
This is why I don't like when creators get too close to like their viewers. I mean, having a parasocial relationship. Trust me, some of my best friends are people who have come up to me and they're like, oh, I watch your videos. And then they just end up being like cool and we end up becoming friends. But like, that's a real life moment. These people online having these like digital relationships and weird expectations. It's just like, that's why I don't like Discord or like GroupMe's or those type of things. Like I love to connect with you guys, but I also have so much to do. I can't imagine just sitting on Twitch stream for hours and then emotionally developing a relationship with these people and ultimately taking advantage of them. I mean, looking at his own apology, he is quite literally admitting it. He writes, before anything, I want you to know that there's no excuse or justification for my actions. I was careless, I was greedy, I was ignorant, I was disrespectful. I was completely in the wrong. In a position of power and trust, I gave in to temptations and attention of those who looked up to me. By engaging in flirtatious and provocative personal messages with people that didn't just see me as a casual fun time, but instead someone they grew to love and trust. Ugh, so like romantic relationships with his viewers? Or maybe his moderators too. I'm an adult and I'm smart enough to know better, but I wasn't strong or respectful enough to be better.
What's crazy is the people that she is blocking are victims of her problematic boyfriend, J Cyrus. And Doja Cat, she's staying 10 toes down, okay? She over here, she cursing out people. She says she don't care about what you think about her life and that she's going to keep on living life how she wants to live it and this, that, and the third, and people are jealous. You know, same old story with her. Stop making these people hold themselves accountable because they're not. Doja Cat has shown us time and time again how problematic she was. I mean, to her calling her fans stupid because they flocked to her pop era. And if you really want to hurt her in the pockets, you got to stop streaming her music. You got to resell. If you bought the tickets, resell them. Don't buy them.
This brings us to Doja Cat's recent behavior, because she hasn't been acting very grateful for all the success that she's had, and maybe in part it's because of this relationship. I mean, she wrote on Instagram, I believe, I want y'all to read this comment and take it as a message. I don't give a F what you think about my personal life. I never have and I never will give an F about what you think about me or my personal life. Goodbye and good riddance, miserable. Which I totally get it. Like, live your life. Like, these people don't, you know, they can't like tell you what to do, but at the same time, these people are your supporters, so telling them to F off and calling them these names, it's just going to hurt them. And I'm sure Dr. Luke isn't happy about all of her fan pages turning off and these people really going off on her because she gives them a lot of ammo. For instance, Nicki Minaj has the Barbs, Lady Gaga has her monsters, I think Kesha has her animals. Does she still have those? But Doja Cat had her kittens, or her kitten, until recently. She announced that if you call yourself a kitten or an effing kittens, that means you need to get off your phone and get a job and help your parents with the house. So telling her supporters to, I guess, not to obsess over her or not to even create any kind of like fandom.
I guess it's a two-way street. Maybe it's 50-50, right? I work my ass off. Y'all buy tickets. I make music. Y'all shake ass. But we don't have to be friends, bitch. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. I want you to know that. I'm going to solidify that right now. I am not your fucking friend. No. I come back just to shame you all. When I go on Twitter, it's shame time. It's you. When I go on Instagram Live, it's you. I don't like this anymore because y'all suck.
Partially, I understand where she's coming from, because at her level, that's a lot of your life out for the public to see and to judge. But also at the same time, she just seems so angry. Like, I can't imagine being so mad over it. I mean, ultimately, you don't need to let those things stress you out. And I hope that she has the mental health support there to kind of learn these skills to avoid even like considering what these people are going to think, because either way, people are going to talk, and doing this is just giving them more to work with. Now, these big fan groups who post all about Doja are asking her like, what do I do now? Do I change my name from kitten? Doja Cat just wrote back, delete the entire account and rethink everything. It's not too late. Doja Cat also tweeted, you making my government name your I guess username is creepy as F, and they replied back and said, oh, she noticed me, because they're just happy to be noticed. Another fan told Doja that they wanted to hear her say that she loves her fans, and Doja wrote, I don't though, because I don't even know you guys. But a Taylor Swift fan account responded to this comment by acknowledging that they don't know Doja either, but they have thrown their support behind her, telling the rapper that she'd be nothing without her fans. Doja wrote, nobody forced you. I don't know why you're talking to me like you're my mother, B-word. You sound like a crazy person. Oh, see, like, just so much, like, fighting. I guess I'm more of a runner, because I can't fight like that.
Doja Cat absolutely hates every single one of you. So Doja Cat, who's an extremely talented artist, has had some of the biggest hits the last couple of years, no small part to TikTok and her fans being absolutely, well, crazy, to be honest. It seems like Doja Cat could care less how much you stream her music or pay for her merch or even sell out arenas to see her live. So somebody actually asked Doja Cat to say that she loves her fans, and her response was, I don't though, because I don't even know you. And then she goes to follow it up with this tweet of, my fans don't name themselves shit. If you call yourself a kitten or a fucking kittens, that means you need to get off the phone and get a job, help your parents with the house. So in layman terms, she doesn't care if you call yourself a kitten or not. She just thinks you're an idiot and that you have no life and you continuously stay on the phone. And to be honest, this couldn't have come at a worse time because she just put her tickets on sale for the new tour. And she's got a brand new album dropping. I mean, yes, Doja, we're all looking at you right now.
Maybe this is a tactic to bring more attention to herself and her music and her projects, but I also don't think it is. Like, maybe it could be smart PR in some universe, but I genuinely think she's super bothered. And I think partly is because of, I think, her career, and maybe she's unhappy in the contract that she's with Dr. Luke in, because she has spoken out against him before. And maybe it's also this new relationship and this guy's mentality, because he doesn't seem like he's a great character in her life.
Still like your music, but you treat your fans like shit. Dude, literally stop. You act like I have some responsibility to be like babying people and treating people like stupid, but they're not stupid. That's why I yell at them. Somebody coming in here being like, you're ugly as when you're bald. That's my fan? You're so misguided. You act like I'm saying my fans are, it's like you're hearing me say that out of my mouth when I never did. There's a lot of people I don't like who I listen to their music. If I knew them, I probably wouldn't like them. I'm not your friend. I make music and you like it. And if you don't, cool, great. I don't give a I'm not doing it so that you like me. I'm doing it because it's fun. I love my fans. I wouldn't have this painting in front of me if it wasn't for my fans. I wouldn't have food on my table. I wouldn't have my house if it wasn't for my fans. I would have a home, but I wouldn't have this house probably. But I'm not giving them all the credit because I do work my ass off.
Like, she actually seems genuinely bothered in that video. Like, she's fighting with like a friend or something, going off on a friend. Like, that's why I think that there needs to be some type of, like, you know, establishment between like working and personal life and trying to keep those separate. I mean, ultimately, she never really had to address any of this. And these fan accounts are some of the biggest supporters that these celebrities have. I mean, this one has 50,000 followers, another has 20,000. So these people are rooting for her, and now they have disappeared.
She didn't sell her soul or anything like that. That's propaganda. What it is she's blaming her fan base for her inability to go to a new level of authenticity. And it has nothing to do with the fans. This is her creative block. You can't swap out your fans. If she's gonna come back from this, she's gonna have to humble herself. I've been there.
Even though Doja Cat is outspoken now, part of me believes that she kind of always felt this way because she's always been a little bit rude to her fans. I mean, I feel like in a couple years, if she continues being this big star, she's going to end up being one of those celebrities who have years of stories of people talking about how awful they were. Like in this clip, asking her fans not to film her, which I don't understand why I mean, at this point, when you're that big of a star, and when she was in this clip, she was like peaking on the charts. I don't know why she doesn't expect people to film her all the time. It's kind of like what you sign up for. All of this bad behavior is starting to show in numbers, and I wonder what her record label thinks. She's lost almost 250,000 followers on Instagram as the fans deactivate their Twitter accounts. I think a lot of it has to do with how hypocritical she is. I mean, for example, back in 2020, she asked her fans what they wanted to be called, kittens or cubs, like in a poll. So, I mean, she has asked her community for this name. She's I mean, at one point rooting for them, but now she's completely against them all. And it seems like she's also against the world.
Doja Cat is literally beefing her own fans over their devotion to her. And now she's deleted her Threads account, lost 180,000 Instagram followers, and her top 3 fan pages have deactivated their accounts. So what on earth happened? Well, firstly, Doja took aim at fans who used the nickname Kittens to describe her fandom, telling them if you call yourself Kitten or Kittens, that means you need to get off your phone, get a job, and help your parents with the house. This is despite the fact a fan pointed out that she held a Twitter poll in 2020 asking whether her fans wanted to be referred to as cubs or kittens, but Doja shut that down quick, saying my fans don't get to name themselves and she created that poll when she was an alcohol teen. She was actually 24, but we'll just skip over that part. But now, Doja is literally being anti-Taylor Swift by letting her fans know she does not want to be their friend. And it all went down on a thread?
Personally, I feel like Doja Cat needs a reality check. She needs to step back a little bit, humble herself, and figure it out. Maybe be a little bit more gracious. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. She's going on tour. She's got this new aesthetic, which is a little bit like demonic and bloody. I don't know if you've seen the TikTok conspiracies online, but it's a little bit scary. So maybe this is all part of her new vibe. Anyways, are you guys going to be running to go and buy those tour tickets? Or do you think celebrities like this should treat their fans better and act a little bit, I guess, more humble or nicer to the people that are supporting them? I mean, I would think so. And I think it takes some time to gain those skills and figure out how to separate the two and, not allow people's opinions to affect you. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.